Today we're going to look at 5 signs a dismissive avoidant is in love with you. Hi, I'm Jess. I coach people one-on-one to rewire their attachment style so they can feel secure and build lasting relationships. The link is in the description box if you want to find out more. So dismissive avoidants don't usually show their love through words because that can feel too exposing. Saying out loud things like, I love you, you mean so much to me, I really miss you, that feels like a lot for people of this attachment style. So yeah, I don't blame anyone for feeling confused. A dismissive avoidant can be showing up in ways that feel distant, even cold, while quietly caring about you far more than they'll ever say. So yeah, it can be hard to know whether they like you, and I see a lot of confusion around this. Dismissive avoidants show love in, I would say, just different ways to most people. So here are 5 signs a dismissive avoidant is in love with you, even if they don't say it. Number 1, they do practical things for you. Dismissive avoidants often show their love in practical ways. Instead of saying, I love you, they might help you get the best deal for your car insurance renewal, or fix a leak in your kitchen, or take the time to help you prepare for a big presentation. These acts of service are their way of essentially trying to make your life better and showing that they care. Dismissive avoidants don't really do things like that unless they care about someone. They're very self-contained, so spending time helping people isn't really their default. So if they're consistently showing up and helping you in practical ways, it's actually a pretty big sign that you really matter to them. And yet, doing something tangible for you feels far less exposing than sitting down and pouring their heart out. Number 2, they pay attention to things you value. Dismissive avoidants aren't really known for tuning into other people's needs or preferences. They tend to live life in their own lane. So when they do start noticing what matters to you, it's again a pretty big deal. Maybe they remember the brand of coffee that you love and they buy it for when you go over to their place. Maybe they know you hate being cold and they keep a blanket ready on the sofa or the couch in America. Maybe they know you don't like bright lights, so they turn some lights off. So I went for lunch with a dismissive avoidant ex a few weeks ago, and now we're just friends. So yes, we're not in love with each other, just to be clear about that, but we do care about each other still. And he knows that I'm vegan except for pizza and ice cream. So he booked a vegan restaurant without me asking. So when an avoidant values your presence in their life, they can definitely be thoughtful. For dismissive avoidants who are naturally very self-contained, remembering what you value shows that they're making room for you in their inner world, and that's not something they do lightly. And a quick heads up, if you're anxiously attached, this is for you. If you've ever felt like you're giving it your all in love, but somehow you keep sabotaging your relationships without meaning to, I've got something that can help. I've put together a guide that breaks down the 3 biggest mistakes anxiously attached people make that push love away, and exactly how to break those cycles, so you can finally build the secure relationship you've always wanted. And I'm giving it away for free, for a limited time. And honestly, if you're anxiously attached, you can't afford to miss this. These are the exact patterns I've seen destroy relationships over and over again. And I explain what to do to turn it around. I've helped over 5,000 people find love through So Synced. My work has been featured in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, the New York Times, and many more. So click the link in the description box to grab your copy while it's still available. Number 3, they open up slowly. For someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style, sharing their inner world with others feels quite unnatural. Most of them learned as children that opening up is met with rejection, criticism, or being shut down or dismissed, so they learn to keep it all inside. And most dismissive avoidants have spent almost all their lives depending on themselves and not sharing their inner world with pretty much anyone. So when they begin to let you in, even in small ways, it's significant. It might start with some more comments about their day than a story about a difficult time in their life, or maybe at some point their bigger fears, although that one won't happen in the early stages. And dismissive avoidants definitely won't share everything at once. That would be far out of their comfort zone. It would be like complete panic mode. So yeah, instead, it's a gradual process, as they slowly test over time whether it's safe to trust you. Number 4, they help you solve your problems. When an avoidant is in love with you, they'll want you to have a good life. So they'll often try to relieve stress or kind of help you walk an easier path. If you're having a hard time facing challenges, instead of sitting there listening, their default response is often to jump into problem-solving mode. They're analytical by nature, so running through solutions and strategies is one of their strengths. And they'll often use this strength to come up with ways to remove obstacles for you or help you achieve your goals. And if having someone listen to you is important, that's completely valid. So it's absolutely okay to ask for that. But with a dismissive avoidant, you might need to clearly spell it out. Number 5, they stay present even when it feels uncomfortable. For a dismissive avoidant, staying present when they've hit their emotional intimacy limit is really, really hard. Everything inside of them will be saying, get out, leave. And often they have a strong urge to physically remove themselves from a situation. Or if they're less triggered, their default responses can also be to change the subject or become more distant. Hitting their emotional intimacy limit causes them to want to pull away in some way to some degree. But when they care, they'll try to override that built-in escape response. And it doesn't mean they'll get it right every time. There's only so much we can do to go against our nervous system responses. But the fact that they're even trying to override those patterns shows that you really matter to them. So yes, those are the 5 signs a dismissive avoidant is in love with you. And like I said, it's not always obvious. Their actions of love aren't your traditional grand gestures, but these points I mentioned are big for them. And it is possible to rewire your attachment style. I work one-to-one with clients to do just that, so they can become secure and build lasting, loving relationships. I think it's the best thing that anyone can do for their relationships and their life. If you want to start that journey yourself, sign up via the link in the description box. You'll also get deeper insights I don't share anywhere else.